Dr. Jekyll. I call him, wow, I go,
Sharon, she hit the
where's
button.
the game?
Live.
He goes, oh.
I'd like to call this board meeting of November 3rd,
Just, you don't say nothing.
2016 to order. Would the clerk please take the roll?
President Jackson,
Here.
Trustee Schmidt,
Excused.
Trustee Fonte Sullivan,
Present.
Trustee Light,
Here.
Trustee Meritato,
Here.
Trustee Pojek,
Excused.
and Trustee Schroeder.
Excused. Would you all please rise and join us in the Pledge of Allegiance? I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Tonight, we will start with Trustee Fonte Sullivan.
Thank you, Mayor.
You're welcome.
The next Coffee with the Mayor and Village Board is scheduled for Saturday, November 5th, from 10 a.m. to noon at the Center for Senior Citizens. If you have any comments, suggestions, or questions for the mayor or board, please call the mayor's office anytime, 630-909-5303. Cheer the Glendale Heights Police Department, Glenside Fire Protection District, and the Bloomingdale Fire Protection District on Saturday, November 5th at noon as they compete in the 4th Annual Bravest versus Finest Charity Basketball Game. The charity basketball game will be held at the Sports Hub. Tickets are $5 and are available at the Glendale Heights Police Department and the Glenside Fire Protection District. Kids 10 years old and under are free. Raffle tickets are $1 each, or 6 for $5, and $30 for $20. Proceeds will benefit several worthwhile charities. If you have any questions, please contact the Glendale Heights Police Department non-emergency number at 630-260-6070. Do you wish to spread holiday cheer to individuals and families financially unable to purchase gifts or a holiday meal for their family? The Village of Glendale Heights Christmas Sharing Committee is in need of your help. Gift tags listings wish for items will be decorating trees located on the first floors of the Civic Center, Center for Senior Citizens, and the Sports Hub beginning November 18th. Please attach the gift tag to your unwrapped gift donations and return it to the Civic Center or the Center for Senior Citizens by December 9th. For more information on how you can get involved in Christmas sharing, please contact Debbie McKenzie at 630-260-6050. While writing your holiday greeting cards to friends and family, please remember our military personnel who have or who are currently serving our country during the holidays. The village is collecting holiday greeting cards and will mail them in time for a holiday delivery. Please drop off your holiday greeting cards to the Village Hall by December 1st. Please do not put cards in envelopes. Decorate cards with glitter or add personal information like email or social media. For more information, please call 630-909-5327. Thank you.
Thank you, Sharon.
You're
Trustee Light.
Thank you, Mayor.
You're welcome.
To enable an efficient and effective street sweeping schedule, parking on streets is prohibited during the month of November between 8 a.m. and 4 p.m. on one specific day. Color-coded no parking signs have been posted in 4 different zones throughout the village. Parking is prohibited on Mondays for the red zone, Tuesdays for the blue zone, Wednesdays for the green zone, and Fridays for the brown zone. To find out your zone, please visit the village's website. For any questions on street sweeping program, please contact Public Works at 630-260-6040. The Village of Glendale Heights invites all residents to celebrate the start of the holiday season with the annual tree lighting ceremony on Monday, November 28th. Mr. and Mrs. Claus will be our guest of honor. The holiday decor and lights illuminate the Civic Center. Enjoy the sounds of the holidays through the performance at the Glendale Heights Choral Group starting at 7 p.m. Share the holiday spirit as Mayor Linda Jackson and the Village Board of Trustees and Mr. and Mrs. Claus illuminate the Civic Center complex with just a flick of the switch. And be sure to stop by the stop by the Senior Center for Senior Citizens after the ceremony to warm up with free refreshments. For more information, please contact the Mayor's office at 630-909-5303. Visit the Historic House on December 5th at 6:30 p.m. at 311 Windy Point Drive and experience what a Victorian Christmas might have been like 100 years ago. Admission is free and refreshments will be served. Tours of the home will be offered and children will have the opportunity to make a Victorian decoration to take home. For more information on Victorian Christmas, please contact the Mayor's office at 630-909-5303. Breakfast with Santa will be celebrated at Glendale Lakes Golf Club on Saturday, December 10th, from 9 a.m. to 11:30 a.m. Breakfast includes all-you-can-eat pancakes with sausage and a beverage. The price of an adult breakfast is $5, and children's breakfast is $3. Photos with Mr. and Mrs. Claus are $2. No registration is required, and this event fee is paid at the door. For more information, please contact the Sports Hub at 630-260-6060. And I'll be cooking pancakes, so come out.
Thank you
I'll
very
be here
much,
this year.
Mike. Trustee Meritato,
Thank you, Mayor.
you're welcome.
Stop by the Glendale Heights Center for Senior Citizens on Wednesday and Thursday, November 16th and 17th, from 8:30 a.m. to 2 p.m. to get a jump start on your holiday shopping. There will be an assortment of handmade crafts ranging from scarves, handmade jewelry, ornaments, and much more. This event is open to the community. And you do not have to be a member of the Glendale Heights Center for Senior Citizens. For more information, please call the Center for Senior Citizens at 630-260-6050. Please join Mayor Linda Jackson, the Village Board of Trustees, the Glendale Heights Police Department, and the Glendale Heights VFW Post 2377 for a ceremony at Veterans Memorial Park as we honor all military personnel, past and present. The Veterans Day ceremony will begin at 11 a.m. on Veterans Day, November 11th. The event includes a flag and color guard presentation, a rifle salute, a tribute to our fallen warriors. Please note that all village offices will be closed in observance of Veterans Day. For more information, please call the mayor's office at 630-909-5303. Thank you.
Thank you, Pat. Next on our agenda is a call for a public hearing by the Mayor and Board of Trustees on November 17th, 2016, at 7:25 p.m. for the purpose of discussing the annual tax levy, assessment, and collection of taxes for the fiscal year beginning May 1st, 2016, and ending April 30th, 2017. So if everybody would please make a note of that. And we have one proclamation tonight, and it's a proclamation to proclaim the month of November as American Diabetes Awareness Month. So if there are no objections, I will sign the proclamation.
No objections.
Thank you. We now go to public discussion of agenda items. If there's anyone in the public that wishes to address this board on an agenda item, please step forward. Being none, you have the consent agenda before you. What is your pleasure? Trustee Fontaine Sullivan.
Motion to approve the consent agenda.
Second.
Roll call vote.
Trustee Fontaine Sullivan,
Yes.
Trustee Light,
Yes.
and Trustee Meritato.
Yes.
I got a vote.
President Jackson.
Yes. The consent agenda is approved. There is no old business, and new business number 1 is an ordinance authorizing the sale of surplus personal property owned by the Village of Glendale Heights, Illinois. And this is Police Department Article 36 funds, and it is first reading. So now we're back to public discussion of agenda items. If there's anyone in the public that wishes to address this board on an agenda item, please step forward. Being none, a motion to adjourn would be in order. Trustee Fontaine Sullivan.
Motion to adjourn.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? This meeting is adjourned. Pat? Committee of the Whole's all yours, but you have to wait a minute. You set up?
I'd like to call the committee of the whole meeting of November 3rd, 2016 to order. Becky, you know the questions?
So noted.
Okay, do we have any add-ons or anything? Okay, being none. Go to public comments. Is there anybody from the public like to speak? No, huh? Okay.
One of these days.
Okay, there's no committee recommendations. We go to discussion regarding, number 1, presentation of the 2016 tax levy recommendation. That be you, Bill?
That might be me.
That would be you.
I appreciate the opportunity to speak this evening. Sorry. State statutes require that the annual tax levy ordinances be filed with the county clerk on or before the last Tuesday in December. This evening, I'll briefly attempt to provide you an explanation and overview of the background that drives the tax levy process and give you a summary of the recommended tax levy for 2016. Taxing authorities all across the county send their respective levy requests to the county clerk. Tax bills are prepared by DuPage County. The county treasurer sends these tax bills out by the end of April. Taxpayers pay the treasurer in 2 installments, in June and September, and the DuPage County treasurer then distributes the village's share. This is a typical tax bill that's before you now, one of the many thousands that'll be mailed out next year. The most common misunderstanding is that all the taxes paid on one tax bill comes back to the village. This is not true. The village is only one of many taxing bodies that make up the total tax bill. So with many taxing authorities, it could be confusing to understand who gets this tax levy money and how much they get. This chart shows you the breakdown and the percentages of taxes retained by each taxing district. depending on where you live, and on average, 10.6% of the property tax burden is assessed by the village. So, for example, if your tax bill is $6,000, the village gets 10.6%, or $636 of that. The remaining percentage goes to other taxing districts. Schools get the highest percentage, of course, by far. Discussions tonight will only focus on the village's 10.6% portion of the tax bill. When we look at the details of an average $6,000 property tax bill, this table shows you which each taxing body receives. An important distinction of the village is that there's not a park district taxing body. Instead, the village has a recreation department. What this means to residents is that the $636, it includes the levy for recreation. And because the village includes recreation as part of its overall tax levy, the comparison to the village to other municipalities can sometimes be skewed. Major advantage to having a recreation department as opposed to a separate park district are the benefits of unified administration, finance, information technology, and other support services. To give you some perspective on the difference between park district tax levies and the village's recreation levy, note in the table here that the village had the lowest rate in 2015 compared to surrounding communities which have separate park districts. We're all the way at the bottom. Each of the respective townships within the village transmit their tentative equalized assessed valuation data to DuPage County. Properties within the Bloomingdale Township make up 89% of the village's total EAV, while the balance of about 11% is in the Milton Township. The tentative EAV for Bloomingdale Township reflects an increase of nearly 8% from 2015. Last year at the same time, the reported EAV for Bloomingdale Township showed a small increase of less than 0.1%, and the year before it was a negative 1.8%. So you can see that we're finally in signs of recovery. The tentative EAV information for the Milton Township hasn't been finalized yet. The chart shows you how the EAVs have fluctuated over the last decade. With declining values in play over the last several years, the village's main focus has been to remain sensitive to residents in the recommended tax levy. Going back to our previous $636 property tax bill example, here's the breakdown of what services the village provides for those tax dollars. Note that no increase in the property tax levy is being suggested for 2016, and the village is operating with the same property tax dollars as last year. In fact, there's actually a small reduction from the prior year. The total proposed 2016 tax levy is less than 1% more than it was in 2008. So this evening, I'm asking for two actions from you: to publish a notice of public hearing on the 2016 tax levy as we've presented. The public notice is not required, but it would be done as a courtesy. And the second thing would be to prepare the necessary ordinances for consideration and first reading at the village board's agenda on November 17th. The final reading would take place at the first meeting in December. Thank you.
Hey, thank you, Bill.
Thank you, sir.
Is there any questions? Okay, I got one. Nothing to do with you, Bill. Do we, by any chance, do we put any of this in the water billing where we can give the residents, like, where did my tax money go?
We haven't done that, but we certainly have the ability to add that in the water bill.
I mean, I wouldn't mind seeing, not a whole bunch, but if we could, where is it at? Okay, where do my tax dollars go? And I'd like to see that other one where, how much they're paying. $600 and some dollars.
If you have a $6,000 tax bill, that would be
Right.
then 10% of it,
We
right?
can put an average of a $6,000 tax. I mean, this,
I think that's a great suggestion. Currently, things we are doing is we put this presentation out there on our cable, and it runs a lot, frequently. So we're trying to educate residents that way. We also, Mayor Jackson requested that we have it at all of our front counters. So we actually had finance have a one sheet that summarizes this, and that's at all of our front counters. But yes, we can certainly do that as
I
well.
mean, I think, I don't know, I think that might be a good idea. I mean, because everybody I talk to, the first thing they tell me is, all my tax money, what's all my tax money doing that I'm paying taxes on? I mean, they don't realize how much they're paying the village and how much, and what we do with this, you know, what little money it really is. So,
Right, our major education with the residents is is the pie chart that shows that the school does get the majority of that 6,000. 70% of it goes to your schools.
okay, it's only a suggestion, you know, I
Yeah, well,
I
yeah,
like
it's a
to-
great suggestion.
Mayor?
I'd just like to thank our executive staff, finance department, for being so frugal and watching our tax dollars so closely. Because I don't know of any other town around anywhere where the tax dollars being collected in 2016 are the same dollar amount that the village collected in 2008. I mean, you guys have done a phenomenal job. And we appreciate it. I'm done, Pat.
Okay, do we need a motion now to move this?
Yes.
Sharon?
I'll move it to the board with the recommendation to concur.
Second.
Discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Being none, we'll move it to the board.
Thank you.
Go to discussion regarding, number one, I'm sorry.
Number 2.
Number two. Proposed amendment to single-family residential and multifamily residential license ordinances. Joanne?
As you recall, you recently amended the nuisance ordinances last month to make some adjustments for nuisances. As part of that, that is necessitating us amending the single-family and multifamily rental licensing regulations to make sure that all of the cross-references are correct. And we needed to change a few definitions to make everything match. Since we were doing that, we took the opportunity to clean up some formatting issues, so the single-family and the multifamily follow the same formatting, so it's easier for the public to understand the two regulations, and to make a few other adjustments to clarify that we have the ability to issue citations or give violation notices to property managers in addition to owners. So it's mostly cleanup with a few additional changes to clarify the ordinances.
Okay, any questions? Okay, this is only info, right?
No, actually,
Or
we
do we
are
have to-
recommending that it be placed on the next village board agenda
Oh,
for
okay.
approval.
Mayor?
Move it to the board with the recommendation to concur.
Second.
Discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Being none, we move that to the board. 3, intergovernmental lease agreement with the Village of Carroll Extreme. Okay, who's that? Is
I got that.
Okay.
So, thank you. So, the Village of Carroll Stream is undergoing a extensive plan to renovate their entire Village Hall complex. Part of that plan, or the major, is to vacate the premises entirely while the renovation takes place. So they were out seeking places for their departments to go, and with our recently vacated communications center space that was vacated in May, we have pretty significant space for parts of their police department. So we reached out to them to offer that to them. They've accepted it. The intergovernmental agreement you see today will be on a resolution for next board meeting. But we've worked out an agreement with them for their investigations division and their IT department, essentially, to use our server space that we have free, their investigations division, to be in our communications center. So it's going to work out very well for both of us. It'll give them a nice, secure area for their investigations division to work pretty efficiently, and they'll have, use of our equipment that they need for mandated type stuff to work on investigations, and it should create a pretty efficient operation for them.
Okay. Any questions?
I would just like to move this to the board with the recommendation to concur.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Okay, well set. There is no other. I need a motion to adjourn. Sharon,
Motion to adjourn.
Second.
all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Okay, motion is carried.
Wow.
Adjourned.
Thank you.
Marvelous thing.